Hello, everybody. This is Max Farrell, and this is Dex Signals, and you are moments away now of learning how to use our signals here. Now, I'm just going to kind of throw a little bit at you right now. You're going to get some more detailed information as you go through, but let me just kind of get through this pretty quickly. How do our signals work? Very simply, we've created a predictive data analytics system that will backtest and test thousands of trades and also forward test as we go along. And it creates, basically it's information. That's all it is. It just comes back down to timing and being able to predict the probability of direction. Which way is that market going to go? That's what our algorithm and our mechanics do. The system, our program, does behind the scenes. And it kicks out a particular type of signal in a direction within a range. Now remember, these are set in from a range. So we'll show you how to use those inside. So before you start jumping ahead and going looking at signals and stuff like that, before you think you may know it all already, okay? Some of you basic members think you already got it all down, right? But they are set in a range. They can be used for Nadex and international binaries, but they take some finesse and some confirmation. And the good thing is, and I'm going to teach you exactly how to do that to where you don't have to do many and you can make a lot of money. Okay, so signal times. Let's talk. Oops, sorry about that. Signal times. Let's talk about that. They come out 6 times a day. Now we got this down to where those signals, if they trigger something, there might be 1 to 10. Has there ever been 0? I don't think so. In the past 7 months we've been testing, there's always been a signal that comes out during the time frames here listed. This time frame is also in your tools section in your member portal. Okay. Now each one of these times has 1 to 10 signals per session that are coming out. Okay. So there's 6 sessions, so 6 to 60. That's between Sunday night 8 p.m. Eastern time to Friday afternoon 12 is the last signals, and those will expire at 3 o'clock Eastern time. It's a heck of a lot of signals. So how do you eat all those? Well, you don't. We teach you inside how to consistently trade 1 or 2, maybe 3 signals per session or a day. Okay, keep that in mind, a day. You really talented traders, you disciplined traders that find your bullseyes and your perfect signals in there out of those ones that come on, right? Out of those ranges, you just simply apply volume, right? We're going to teach you a lot more of that as we go, okay? And this will get you your goal, okay? Not 1,000 signals, okay? Not 1,000 trades, but 2 trades with maybe 500 contracts on a piece, okay? If your account can handle it, you can do it, great. But we're also going to teach you risk management and money management on how to protect yourself, okay? So sit back and relax. We're going to get to the meaty stuff next. All right, here we are. We're on the signal system here itself. In the back scenes, I'm going to kind of break this down. You're going to see, I'm only teaching you now. I'm only giving you a point of learning the process now. You're going to get a lot of practice doing. Okay, you're going to get a lot of questions, but I want you to be able to contact with direct questions, okay? The open time, of course, is the time that the signal came out. This one is set to 2030, so that's military time. If you don't know how to read military time, please look it up on Google. Very simple to find out how to read military time. Congratulations. Now, on the close time, this is for the expiry that we set on the dailies on Nadex. Why did we give you signals? If you're an international binary, why are you getting signals for Nadex? Well, we combined everything into the algorithm to make it easier, okay? So we didn't have it in 50 different places. And we teach you how to use this same signal in your international binaries, and I'll show you how to do that here shortly. The asset, of course, simple, Euro USD, right? We don't just do it, we do them all, or all just 10. Direction, this is a sell, this could be a put, this could be the bid, whatever it's called on your broker. In most cases, it is a down, okay? A buy is an up. Right? Very simple. Buy or sell. Now, open price. This one's a little bit tricky for some of you international guys, okay? That why isn't my price that on the open price where I'm at? Very simple. Later on, you'll find out that that open price is actually for what's on the Nadex daily open price, okay? And you'll find out exactly what you'll do here in a moment. This close price is set to 0. Okay, the win rate is what the win rate was before this actual signal was released. So this one was at 90.3% success rate on this pair for the last 30 days. Okay, and the pips is set to 0 because it hasn't closed yet. Once it closes, it'll do this. When our signal closes, it simply has a close price or the current price that it closed out at. Okay. On Nadex, folks, okay, this price could be a little bit different than the indicative that is in Nadex because we're not attached to Nadex. Okay, I don't pull their price over. I can pull this over because it's easy to find. Okay, it's 20 pips apart on all the dailies. Now, the pips section is very creative for us to have in there because it says how many pips, it calculates it for you. How many pips did this win by? So you can use this information on later on, and we show you how to do that in the pro section on how to do choke ups and scalps and all that kind of great stuff. Now, using the signals on Nadex, very simple. Our signals designed around the daily time frame on Nadex. Okay, the open price is set to the daily strike price. That's within that daily price. So if it's a 3 p.m. expiry, you go to the 3 p.m. daily. Okay, the expiry time, of course, is what we use on Nadex. See the other training too with how to get good prices and choke ups and also scalping in the pro section. This is very important. Using on international binaries is simple as well. Okay, you're just going to take the direction. Okay, the sell or the buy, and of course the current trend. If you don't know already how to read a chart in basics, sign up for Pro and it'll show you. We'll show you how to read charts. Plus, on the Signal page now, we have a charting system from our friends over at investing.com. So there's a lot of stuff that you can do, but you're going to trade that on the 15-minute expiry or higher. Don't be trading our signals on 1 minute and 5 minutes and 3 minutes and all that kind of happy ho-ho. You want to trade on 15 minutes or more. Now remember, if you're validating the trade for a longer period of time, make sure that you do a top-down analysis. Really look at it, okay? If you're don't know what that is, sign up for Pro and it'll get you figured out. Risk disclaimer, because I'm going to kind of go over what we're going to talk about and how much can you make, what can you do, all that kind of stuff. But I don't want you to think that it's going to be easy. You can lose money. Everything's a risk, okay? There's also an earnings disclaimer in this too. What I can do, you may not be able to do, all right? Or you might be able to do better than I will. Who knows? Nadex and the risk and looking for the bullseye. With you Nadex, folks, what do? Well, when I first get my signals, and I use my own signals, okay? When I first get the signal, I see if that strike price is between 20 and 30. If it's not, and some of them aren't, okay, that's okay. All right, but the ones that are, we refer to those as the bullseye. And that bullseye has a 96.5% success rate. I kid you not. Okay, so if you get that one, that's the one you're taking. All right? So if you can't find one in there that's good, and you go through the entire cycle, or maybe you're a scalper, or you like to choke up and take a little bit more risk, you learn how to do that in the Pro Series, and it's very, very easy to do. We have several good scalpers and several great choke up artists here on the system, and then you'll really enjoy meeting with them in the Pro Trader Room. A risk example for Nadex too is that you know how much you need to get started for the signals and stuff is that you should have between $800 to $1,000 in your balance to even be able to pull one contract, because you don't want to do more than 10% in your risk plan. Okay, this means you can spend about $100 on a trade. If you had 2,000, you can do 2 trades. 3,000, 3 trades, or three contracts, I should say. Okay. But an active trade, what I told you on the previous screen, was to stay between $20 and $45. That means you're risking about 80 to 55, right? So again, you're an adult, you're here to trade, you're here to figure your lifestyle out. You got to follow some rules and guidelines, okay? This is one of them, risk. So in the risk example that I gave you, if you're trading if you have a balance about 1,600, you could do about 2 contracts, okay? Now that means that if you're doing 2 contracts, don't use your risk all on one trade, okay? If you're going to take another signal, if you're going to take that opportunity, then spread them out evenly across the signal. So if you have a $1,600 balance, you could do 2 contracts, but do 1 contract on one trade and 1 on the other. Also, trade evenly. If you have the availability to trade 3 contracts, but only trading 2 trades, don't load one side heavy, like with one with 2 and another one with 1. Murphy's Law, he'll come back and bite the one that has 2, and he'll make that one lose. All right. I hope I got you a good direction to start with on your learning phase on how to use the signals. Now it's to get out there and learn the rest of the stuff that's there, and then get out there and get training. I look really forward to seeing all of you on board and getting you inside. And good luck and trade well. I'm Max Farrow, and this is Dex Signals.